What's going on, guys? So I know you were probably expecting another episode on this to be coming out next, but actually, believe it or not, we're gonna be doing some upgrades to the wife's rig. The unfortunate part is obviously the garage is taken up by a vehicle that does not drive or move. So we're doing a real deal driveway install this time. So with that being said, we've got some King shocks and upper control arms that I got her for her birthday, and we're gonna be getting those installed in the driveway, and I'm gonna show you how I go through with that. All right, so this is gonna be her 2021 5th gen 4Runner. This is the TRD off-road package, so it does have the KDSS system on it. And then with that, we also have a set of Bilstein 5100s on that. So I actually don't know what this truck drove like stock, but I believe that the Kings are gonna be a decent upgrade from these, and I'm hoping to kind of have a little bit of a review at the end of this. And yeah, without further ado, that's kind of the rig that we're working with, and let's get it over on the side yard and start getting her lifted up. All right, well, considering it's 95 degrees, I figured I'd take the opportunity to show you through the shocks we got going on. So with these, I was able to find these used on OfferUp. I paid a total of $1,400 for front and rear King 2.5s with compression adjusters. With that being said, I did have to get them rebuilt. So I had my buddy Reed go through them. They're all brand new, shock oil, valves, everything. It's all Vuitton seals now, just like the Race Series shocks come with. And I also took the opportunity to get the wife a custom powder coat. So if you see these up close, they kind of have a nice blue sparkle, almost like a black with a King blue sparkle in them. So they look nice and, well, pretty. And considering the price, it's hard to say no to, so we had a little bit of fun with it. And, well, let's get these on the truck. All right, well, now that we got the tires out of the way, we can kind of get a look at what's going on in there. So right there, obviously, I think the first plan of attack I've got right here is to get this upper control arm out of the way, and then we'll start getting this coilover kind of unbolted and pull that out and get everything set up, ready for the new stuff to go on. All right, so one of the things you'll run into right here with this ball joint is it won't want to drop out. So the easiest way to do it is you can loosen up this nut right here and just give it a few. Taps just like that, and it'll fall right out. Well, if there was a competition for the most pain in the butt upper control arm bolt, that is it right there. Nice one, Toyota. You actually have to go up over into the hood to actually get that thing out of there. So that was fun. Let's get to that coilover. All right, so first things first, we're gonna work on this reservoir mount right here. That way I got a place to put the reservoirs once I get the shocks inside. So it comes with this nice grade 8 bolt right here. This one, so it's gonna go that way right there. And this one actually goes through the frame to the other side, just like that. And the other one actually comes with, Toyota actually includes a threaded hole as if they planned on you to put King shocks in this at some point. All right, so now we got that reservoir mount in right there. So we got a place, once we get the coilover mounted, a place to put our reservoir there. Next up, it looks like this actually isn't dropping down because of this sway bar here. So it does say to remove the skid plate, and that seems probably to be the best option, but this is a true driveway install. I think I've got another kind of sketchy idea. All right, what I was able to come up with on this side is I was able to throw a little tension on that sway bar on this end, which actually pushed this end down, which I believe is going to give me enough room from that lower control arm dropping down to get that coilover slid in. And the two things I know that are gonna get asked right here, for one, the black and chrome King sticker, you can ask for those from King, they'll send them out to you, or if you're picking up shocks directly at King, they'll just give them to you. And then on top of that, this right here, to make the hose clamps black, that is heat shrink. That is the kind of trick of the trade right there. I feel like it looks a lot better than just the normal hose clamps. The hose clamps start to look nasty after a while. So there you go. Well, that's gonna just about do it for getting the coilovers in. They're all tightened up, and then now let's get to these upper control arms. All right, and these are going to be the upper control arms here. I am super excited for these. I actually went with a brand that I have never gone with before. These are made by Kibitech. Ryan over there is very well known for building, you know, top dollar luxury pre-runners and now even race trucks. And I'm gonna say that's gonna make him more than qualified to build a upper control arm for a daily driven 4Runner. And I do have to mention, the quality of these is just absolutely exceptional. The tool pass and everything, the detail, it's almost sad that it's going on a truck, but I gotta say, when you go with Kibitech, you really do get what you pay for. On top of that, I should mention that the uniballs in these are all made by FK rod ends. It also comes with all brand new hardware, brand new misalignments. Everything's all vacuum sealed in these little bags right here, and just, it's super professional, and I can't say enough good about it. Also, the Heims, once again, are going to be FK as well. While I'm kind of on that subject, I feel like I should kind of mention there's the influencer types that are pushing another brand that is not FK right now, and I feel like I should throw the warning out there if you do see this. The other brand is directly from China. It is not the same. These are made right here in the United States. The tolerances are so much tighter. Any brand that's trying to sell you something that isn't FK is only trying to save money on their end and get a worse product to you. So that being said, Kibitech stuff is super awesome. And yeah, let's get these on the truck. All right, well, that's gonna just about do it for the front here. I gotta say, everything fit absolutely amazing. There was no tweaking or anything of that sort. Everything fit exactly the way it should from King and from Kibitech. Couldn't be more thrilled. If anybody who watches the channel, you'll probably realize most of what I do is totally custom. So getting something that you can just buy off the shelf and be able to do this, the reservoir mounts, none of it welds, it all just bolts on and goes exactly as expected. I couldn't be more thrilled. So with that being said, time to get this thing lifted up and back on the wheels, and then I think we're moving on to the rear. Okay, and look at that. Rear shocks are done. I gotta say the rear was much easier than the front does. It's a lot less involved. These things pretty much just bolt right on and no problems, once again, just like the front. And just like that, I think next thing we gotta do is get these wheels back on, and then all we have left is really getting in alignment, and I got an appointment for tomorrow morning. So let's get this thing buttoned up and get out of here. All right, guys, well, that's gonna just about do it for the first episode on this 4Runner here. We've kind of had one day driving around. I got the alignment done. She's driven it and I've driven it, and both of us say that it drives way better than it did on the Bilsteins. It's a massive improvement. Everything just feels firmer yet more planted and just more in control all the time. You know, we don't have any real off-road miles on it right now, but the plan is to get it taken out to places like Ocotillo and Big Bear and really test it out and try it out and have fun with it. But the plan is to keep this a little bit more of a daily driver friendly vehicle because, well, it's the family cruiser. So that being said, if you guys want to see more on the 4Runner, let me know. And, well, the plan is to keep on building it and, well, not turn it into that at some point. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.